Round one. Fight.
Heroes never die.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Power, sex, power. They both come down to one thing.
Hungry gamers.
Hello, and welcome, boys and girls, to the 131st episode of the Hungry Gamers podcast. We are powered by 8bit.net and Audio Technica. I am your not so humble host, Brendan White. You can find me everywhere, and joining me today, the Gal Gadot and Jason Momoa to my DC film universe, Miss Sally Hart, who can be found at Miss Sally Hart, and Salim Abraham, who can be found at Salim TD. How you doing, you sexy sons of bitches?
Shotgun Aquaman.
I don't mind. I'll beat Gal Gadot.
Yeah, I think you're winning either way in this argument.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, so
Actually,
you two
I
are...
don't know if I want to be the guy that I admire. Sorry, carry on.
You two are the last echelon of hope for a very sort of down on their luck universe. You're flying the flag and keeping the dreams alive and doing it looking great. So here we are, episode 131.
I don't think Aquaman is going to be the one that saves it, but you know.
I've heard it's getting good reviews. They're saying it's the most ambitious DC film to date. So it's like,
What does that mean, though? It's the most ambitious.
I think by their very
you can
nature,
try hard.
by their very nature, DC films are ambitious. To still be making them is ambitious.
It's very ambitious.
Yeah. But he's definitely a man you could get behind. Like he is a very handsome chunk of very large meat.
Behind, in
it's
front,
something-
on top.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like we were driving around yesterday. We dropped Arch home. We're driving past a giant billboard of an Aquaman sign, and I could see Rach sort of looking there a little bit longer than I wanted. And I'm like, yeah, I know what's going on. I'm admiring this chiseled behemoth as well. But come on now.
Such a shame that he was like, oh, spoilers? Taken away from Game of Thrones so soon.
Yeah.
And in Stargate Atlantis.
Yeah, he was short hair back then too,
Was it short? No.
wasn't it?
It was longish.
I don't know. We're fast and loose here today.
Yeah, we are.
So it has been a little while. I got to say, last week, cracker duo episode. Listen to that flying across the Tasman in stitches. It was a little ripper. So maybe I need to be absent more often than not, so I can have a few more little chuckles on my weekly commute.
Thank you.
That's the way kids will play.
Yeah. What do we talk about, Ali? I forget.
I know we really, because it was me and you, we obviously really went into Blizzard content.
Yeah, there was a lot of Blizzard talk. There was a lot of Fallout hullabaloo, and there was also about a game called Don't Sleep With Me or something like that. Or
Don't make love.
Sex.
Don't make love.
Yeah. Oh, you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Don't make love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My little praying mantis sex game.
Yeah, it sounds like a hell of a time.
It is.
Yeah.
You should watch some videos, Brendan. I've actually watched a couple since that episode as well. It's cool.
It's worth investing in.
Well, I haven't bought it, but
For $3.
I feel for $3, why not? I guess you're right, Ali. It seems like you can get as much enjoyment and satisfaction out of watching people play it than you can just playing it. But
Okay.
yeah,
You can either buy a cheeseburger or play that game. The decision is yours.
That's a tough choice.
speaking of, sorry, just got to jump in with this. I have the Macca's app downloaded, and every day I get a different deal. Today I'm getting $1 cheeseburgers from McDonald's.
Is there a limit to how many you can buy?
I don't know. I hope not, because then I'm going to go in and buy 10.
Is that good value, though?
$1 a cheeseburger? They're like $3.20, dude.
I don't know. I just speak into the little machine. I hand over my card and food comes out. I don't pay attention to the prices.
Yeah, but you could also dream. They've shown how strong and resilient McDonald's burgers could be. You could freeze half of these and defrost them and reheat them months down the line, happily. And they'd still taste just as bland.
Oh, no.
I don't know if I'd want to try that just because it doesn't. Food should freeze, but you shouldn't be able to freeze it and then unfreeze it and it be just as McDonald'sy as it is.
Yeah, but I need to say before you sort of move on to what we've been playing and what
dampener on
have
that,
you,
yeah.
but when you were ordering these dollar cheeseburgers, request for the buns to be steamed,
No,
please.
it's not a thing.
It is.
It is a thing.
You're asking for it, and they're just saying that they're doing it.
It's even on the Uber Eats option
They
with
have
the burgers.
They
So
have
it's
a
thing.
different thing. Yeah, the filet fish buns are steamed. Yeah, same bun,
What's
but they put it
steaming
in
the bun. Then what is it? They put
It's
it in the
soft.
microwave.
It softens it up. They put it in a little steam tray, and it softens the buns up, and
Yeah.
it just makes the burger such a better experience.
Then why wouldn't they do that for all of them?
I don't know.
because that's not
It's
what
so good.
that's not what Johnny McDonald wanted to do with his burgers.
Johnny McDonald.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? Although it's gonna probably be a while now. But next time I order a McDonald's burger, I'll ask for a steamed bun.
Do it. Trust me. Like
I'll
I'm
probably
not
just get a wink and a
bullshitting.
nod, and then
I'm gonna do it today,
and
Brendan.
a phone number.
Yeah. Please report back
I will. I'll tweet at you.
next week on our Game of the Year recap episode. So I'm gonna be rude and jump right in and say what I've been playing. Well, just a few of the ones that I've been playing that you guys haven't. Then I guess maybe we can wrap it together with our joint experiences on some of these other games. Been traveling a lot. I was in Perth and then New Zealand the last 2 weeks, so time zones have absolutely smashed me all over the wazoo. But that has also meant that I've played a whole lot of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I now have all 8 of my badges, about to go take down the Elite Four. Been making Quincy my bitch every time I face him. He's my main rival. But it's going good. I've got the 3 legendary birds now, so I'm rolling
Very
with
cool.
Zapdos, Moltres, and Electro. Yeah?
No, Zapdos,
Electro-
Moltres, Articuno.
Articuno. Sorry. Electro. Who the fuck is that?
Electro's the little Pokeball.
Spider-Man.
No, Electro's
Yeah,
the
it's the
Pokeball
little
looking one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Voltorb and
Yeah.
Electro.
He's on it.
So anyway, so I've been really enjoying the old Pokemons. It is, as everyone says, it's like the gateway into Pokemon for next year with the full-fledged RPG. I think it's a nice light sort of table setter. Really fun, really pretty. Been great on the plane though. Really good on the plane, just roaming around kicking that ass. Yeah, so that's been good. Been playing another game I stumbled upon on the mobile called Marvel Battle Lines. So it's like a 3x3 grid card-based battler within the Marvel universe. It's got its own story written, and it's done in like comic panels as well. So all the interactions and the battles and this sort of big epic Marvel storyline they've created is all told through the game, which is pretty cool. Nice little bit of strategy, nice little #snap game. Been playing a bit more of the Fallout 76. Yes, it is still buggy. Yes, it still is devoid of a soul. But playing it together and building things is my kink. Rach and I have built this 2-story mansion on this cliffside, kitting it out. You know, we've got little bedrooms in there for people to stay or the kids, and little garden, little farm.
Okay, that's cute.
A whole thing. So it's cute as hell. Benny was rolling with us the other day. He had his little sort of shanty shack just on the back of our plot as well. So we've got a little guest house with Benny.
Wait, Benny lives in a shack behind your mansion?
Well, he wanted to build his own thing. So he wanted some independence. And because he was low level, he was obviously limited in what he could build.
Right.
So
okay.
we actually built the walls because he couldn't build the walls. So we sort of walled in his little open air swag area. So we've got that. But we found we actually built this place right in sort of super mutant territory. We've got groups of super mutants just rolling in, trying to smash our house to bits every other hour of the day. It's it's testing. It's testing. So we've got gun turrets set up everywhere now, like this nice welcoming house, and there's just
Oh my
heavy
God.
artillery all over the joint. But that's the
think
best
about
part
the
about this
equity.
game. Yeah, the rest of the game is kind of shitty, but I like the online interactivity with the group and building.
With the party.
And I think that's where it will definitely maintain some longevity. But something else that we have all been playing, I don't know if you want to jump into it now, or if you want to talk about your individual session. I see, Miss Hart, you've gone back to a familiar well, and same with you, Dream, as well. I don't know if you want to tackle them before we shift on to some online gaming, or...
Oh, well, like, I'm going to quickly shoot through mine. Spoilers, I played Destiny 2. I just got back into it because of my hiatus from, like, you know, playing a bit of Red Dead and, you know, playing my Mantis sex game. So, It's actually, I've come back and it's rekindled my love for it. I went into Gambit and went in hard. I've just got to say that, like, getting back into Destiny, things are feeling pretty leveled. I know we were always constantly complaining that things were always off or something's always off, but I've just got to say it was feeling very leveled. They've got all this new content that's coming in, new emotes, new gear, new shaders and everything, and it's looking good. It's actually looking really, really good. So I'll obviously try my best to dabble in some Destiny 2 a bit more frequently. I also want to complete the raid finally, so I'm on track for that.
Can I ask, what's your gear score now?
I'm actually only almost at 580. I thought I was there, but I just looked at it the other day and I had a mate help me out. I was 571, and then I played like one night session with a mate, and he got me up to like almost like 579. So
Damn.
Cool.
yeah.
Cool. Respect.
Yeah, I still want to get back to it because I know there's more, as you said, more content rolling and a few other things that are balancing and optimizing the game, but there's just so much on. So
There's
much to play.
so much on, yeah. Got Smash coming out soon.
And even, what's that game that's everything's destructible? It's the fourth one coming out. No, not Crackdown.
Just Cause.
Close though.
Just
Cause. Yes, that comes out this week as well. Like it's
Crackdown.
ridiculous.
Is it not Crackdown? Is that not what you thought of immediately when you break everything in the fucking world?
I thought it, but I knew that's not what he meant.
Shows how much.
Get on sync, Momoa and Godot. Come on. But yeah, that's coming out too. But Dream, I see you've been snuggling up to the Blizzard titles.
So I've got RTS Fever at the moment. I've just bought Total War Britannia, and I'm actually keen to jump into that over the next 7 days. But I've been playing Warcraft 3 again all week, and it's still just such a fun game. I don't know if it's because I've played so much of it in my life, and it's just a huge nostalgia trip for me, which is why I'm enjoying it. But I am. I can't help myself. The online play is so competitive. I suck so much. That's what I'm learning. And it's fine because it's got me really interested in like checking out what the pro scene's doing at the moment, little tips and tricks, strategies, like all of that stuff I'm diving into as though it's like the first time. I feel like I'm actually really relearning the game. So I'm having a lot of fun with this. I'm not great, but I am having a lot of fun with this, and hopefully we'll get some videos out. Brendan, you messaged me earlier in the week about it, right?
Yeah, and I don't think you responded at all.
So let me just
asshole.
No, let me just walk you through the little emotional journey that I was going through. So I started off at like level 1, played a couple of early, easy peasy kind of people, really romped them, and then got like halfway up to like the middle ground of, levels. Not even middle. Like I'm in like level 8, 9. It's not like middle rank. And I'm getting thumped. I'm getting absolutely thumped every fucking time. And the hard part about this is that those videos where I lose, the first 14 and a half minutes, you'd think you're watching a world-class player. And then the last sort of 60 seconds of the video is all of that work going to shit. For whatever reason, the other guy I'm playing just romps me. So,
it'd make for some good viewing, I think.
It's just a long... It'd be a supercut of me yelling at the top of my lungs.
Oh, yeah. We definitely cut out a lot of the world-class looking area and just go straight to the anarchy at the end where it all comes down.
Maybe that's what the video is. I don't know. We'll get something out this week. But I've been playing that. Also a little bit of WoW, but nothing really to talk about there. But yeah, we all obviously have been playing Red Dead Online.
Yeah.
Should we just really quickly? I think I've played the least amount of Red Dead Online compared to you two.
I've played about 4 hours, I think.
Yeah, I'm still less. I've played an hour. I got through the intro, and I've just got my first camp and the breakout trophy on PlayStation, and now I can interact in the real world with people. But yeah, I did the horse race thing, and that's it.
I love that horse race thing. I was mentioning before we started the podcast that I actually got a heads up from a few friends that had already completed it, and they just said to me, they're like, look, letting you know now, the horse you grab from that stable, it becomes your horse. So just make sure you run in there and you grab the best one or the one that you like the most. So I started the mission with, a bunch of randos. God, we look like a really screwed up family. Someone looked like the stereotypical, like, old-timely, like, hobo, like with the top hat, we're missing the top and ruggy
especially
clothes.
with the teeth.
Yeah, and the
when
teeth.
you're making your characters, all the teeth are bad.
Why is Gummy an option?
I picked Gummy. I picked Gummy.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like, that was the one thing that disappointed me. Actually, we'll cut to customization of your character, because I had a lot of people say, like, there's nothing, like, it's so difficult to customize your character. The options are so, like, limited. But
No.
I was so happy with how my character came out. She looks great. She looks awesome.
There's a lot to do there. There really is. Like, obviously, surface value, you just see, eyes, and you select what type, and then you smile and stuff. But then if you press X to go in, or A on the Xbox, there's so many different
Fully
variations you can
customizable,
do then. And like Rach and I sort of jumped on about the same time, and we jumped on and rolled with Benny and NATO last night. But we sort of sat there and customized for probably a good 45 minutes, I think, before rolling in. And there's a few things that are a bit thin, like the facial hair and hair options I noticed are less than in Red Dead 2, the full standalone experience. But it was hella fun. And doubling back to that horse stealing mission. I grabbed the Palomino because that's sort of my sort of jam with horses. Like the caramelly horse with sort of the white mane. That's sort of my main go-to in these types of games. So I grabbed him.
So with that help, so we got to the stables. Ran in. I shot a few people. I ran into the stables. The rest of my team are probably like, what is that bitch doing? And I ran into the stables, looked at all the horses, found this beautiful, like, silver steed with a black mane. I went, that one, jumped on it, and just bolted and just went to the end of the mission.
Good luck, everybody else.
I'm like flipping the bird as I fly up. I'm like, good luck, guys. I'll probably see you never. And, like, went to the end of the mission because I wanted that horse, and I just wanted to. I had friends waiting too, by the way. So
I didn't realize that obviously I now know that you keep the horse, but I didn't realize at the time. I had to do the mission twice because someone's horse got shot, and we had to retry it.
Yeah, it happened with me too.
really,
But I just I was trying to have fun straight off the bat. I tried killing one of my allies. But I've realized that it actually just won't let you shoot them. It won't let you shoot your own horse either. I thought I actually killed my horse. In the single player content, like, you can actually really hurt a horse bad enough if you crash it that it's lame and you have to put it down. My horse got to that level, and but I couldn't put it down, so it obviously got better eventually because of the horse insurance. But yeah. I was coming to terms with, I guess, the differences between single player and multiplayer. I ran around with a knife. I was just darting between, like, killable NPCs, dodging bullets. That to me is more fun than just about anything else in this game. Just running around, tackling a dude and just stabbing. I feel like such a menace. And then when I got on my horse, I'm just riding into the sunset with my knife. Like, just holding my little knife.
Just swinging it in your hand.
Wave it in the air.
You can't do anything with it when you're on horse. But I just felt menacing. So I don't know what horse I got now that I think about it. I didn't really consider that there would be better and worse options in the stable, in the barn.
No, because it was, like, at first I thought the same thing. I'm like, how different could it be? But, like, two horses were definitely small, tiny little caramel, like, reddish horses. The other one looked like it was okay, but, like, this beautiful silver, like, horse was just standing there, like, right at the end of the stable, and I'm just like, nah, that's mine. And so now I have a beautiful silver horse called Steve Perry.
Can I just to cover off the 2 points that you guys have? My horse's name, Reggie, and my character customization looks incredible. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. He looks like such a degenerate hobo, like, murdering psychopath.
Did you take your mugshot photo? Did you take a photo of that?
Yeah, and you got to hold your hands up like this or whatever it was.
Yeah, what's with that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I did. I think I took a PlayStation screenshot. I hope I got that in time. So
we'll do a lineup.
He, like,
Hungry Gamers lineup.
He's like balding, blonde. He's got like the whatever they call that long handlebar mustache, like the real shaggy one. He's got no teeth and like a sick scar in his eye.
I can't wait to see
He's great.
Yeah, I tried to do as realistic as possible. But yeah, a couple of scars, and I went with the old peak Brendan White emo swoosh hair.
I love it.
So I'm rolling that. But my first horse's name was Bentley, but I actually had to shoot it. I had to put it down.
Really?
I was following a recommended trail to a stranger that Benny marked, following the path. Then it took me straight off a cliff. Like I followed the blue line, and it took me off this ravine.
Can we?
I hit the deck. Horse could not get up. Couldn't revive it. Couldn't nothing. He was just sitting there being lame. So I had to put a bullet in his head.
So sad.
A quick little bit of advice for anyone that's playing on PlayStation. There's 3 free timed exclusive items you can get jumping into the game. So if you go to the stable, you can get a pretty gangster, like sort of chestnutty red Arabian horse for free.
Oh, really?
Which is like an elite horse. You can get an alligator sort of custom saddle.
What?
And you can also go to the fence and get a high roller revolver, which is sick. It's a pistol, and you can just fan it so quick to get like your 6 rounds off in like a second.
Wait.
So they're all no cost, all free. So anyone playing on PlayStation, go to the fence and go to any stable, and you'll be able to get all those for free.
I don't recall having that alligator saddle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the horse especially, the horse is like quick as a whip, turns on a dime. Really, really recommend it. So that's my horse now.
Can we start planning some outlaw shit? I really want to ride or die with you two.
Well, he's
Yeah.
on Xbox.
No, I'm playing on PlayStation.
Oh, are you?
And you know, NATO traded in his copy just to play on PlayStation.
Yeah.
I'm so in for this.
Yeah, so last night there was myself, Rach, Benny, and NATO rolling out. The elephant in the room, the connectivity was erratic.
Really?
NATO kept dropping out. I got dropped. Benny got dropped.
I only got dropped once.
Yeah, and then I couldn't join back on the posse, so I actually had to restart my whole PlayStation to get back in. So things like that was a bit buggy, and I guess it's to be expected when they call it a beta, but
Yeah.
it's still a bit annoying. You think with a sort of an outfit like Rockstar to have a bit more polish,
Well,
and even though
No.
they did stagger the release,
Can I just add to that? Maybe the biggest beta ever. Like,
It's massive.
imagine how many
Like, that
players
map
are trying to
is
do this right
huge.
now. Yeah.
That map
Yeah.
is huge. I thought there was honestly online. I thought they were really going to close stuff off to us.
Is there?
Nah.
I actually want to see numbers. It hadn't occurred to me to check. I wonder how many people are playing at the moment. They'll release it in a week, I reckon. How many
There'd be a
beta
few.
users there are?
I'm absolutely impressed by, like, if I had one disconnection, like in a 5-hour gameplay, like one disconnection, like that's in comparison to what I remember happening playing GTA, like that was common. Like
Yeah.
that happened in GTA. So
I've
the
heard
fact that it
that.
only happened once.
yeah, I've got to say
beta.
too before I forget, NATO's character looks like Jay Leno, and it is fucking hilarious.
Why? Why did he do that?
I don't know.
for?
I don't know.
Why?
But yeah, if we jump on with him, make sure you make fun of him because it really upsets him.
I
Was
will
he
do
trying
that.
to make it look somewhat like himself?
No,
Because he doesn't look like Jay Leno.
he's just an older dude with sort of grey, silvery hair, but he's got a big chin like Jay Leno.
Oh,
So,
NATO.
because I thought most people generally, when you make a character, you kind of try to make it yourself. Like, I tried to make mine kind of like me, like with a bit of blonde, you know, a face that looks like she's gonna bitch slap you. But I couldn't eat, like everyone else, I couldn't resist a scar. So I have a scar over my eye.
Yeah, I got a scar down the left, down my eye.
Oh, yeah, so I've
Everyone
got the
has a
same
scar.
one. I've got the exact same
So does
scar.
Benny. I think we're all rocking the same. We all had the same freak accident.
That time we crashed in the sword factory. Yeah.
So I got to ask, what's your experience so far? Obviously, once you do the tutorial, the game opens up and you can start doing missions with strangers. You can go robbing people. You can do the mainline story. You can go fishing, things like that. What have you found during that sort of 4 or 5 hours, Miss Hart?
So, For the most part, like a solid probably 2-3 hours was just fucking around. One thing that my mates taught me is that you die and your dead body just stays there and you regenerate and you can come back to your dead body. So we were doing Viking burials. We were also proceeding to throw each other off, like, because you can lasso each other and hog tie each other. So then we were doing that and throwing each other's bodies off cliff edges. We were then lassoing each other and then like riding a horse while carrying a friend at the back.
That's so good.
If you're hogtied, is there any facility for you to sort of escape that, or do you need someone to cut you free?
Yeah, you can break free if you want.
Okay.
Or die is an option. That's one thing that disturbed me. It says break free or die, and I'm like, how do you die? You just like hold your breath? Like,
that's the cowboy mantra right there.
Bite your tug off, yeah.
Break free or die. That's a new T-shirt coming out on 8-bit. So, and then the other thing is that if you throw a corpse on the fire, you the corpse just like starts catching a blaze as well. So that was fun to do. And then we went hunting. We all went hunting together. We also lit some stranger's house on fire. And then we also caught some wild horses. And then my friend was actually taking me to different areas on the map to show like little hidden Easter eggs on the actual map that links to the other game and stuff. So yeah, we did a bit. We mostly screwed around a lot. We didn't get to do a starter mission because I think we were about to start one and some random dude decided to come and just shoot me. So then my friends were out on an endeavor to kill that person and make their life hell.
Yeah, that's one thing that annoyed me last night is obviously the PvP element is live, but there's no reward for engaging in shootouts. Like, we were doing one little mission and NATO just got trigger happy and gunned this guy down. And then obviously because they spawned so quick and so close, he came back in again and you could see he didn't want any beef. He walked right past me. So I'm like, yeah, cool, no worries. And then Benny gunned this guy down. and then he spawned again and he came back and then Benny gunned him down again. And then after that, he just went hell for leather, and then he chased Benny around the map for like half an hour, just killing him from all over the place.
Good on him.
But you don't get any, like you can't sort of pillage their corpse, you can't loot them to get anything off them. It's just they're dead or you're dead, you respawn. So that part, I hope they add something. And even I remember in the first Red Dead Online, when you did cause some ruckus, you had a wanted level or a bounty put on you, and people could hunt you down for cash. I'm assuming it'll get rolled in, but it's not there
I
right
reckon
now.
that will come.
Yeah.
That will definitely come. If it was in GTA,
It's in GTA, yeah.
they'll bring it. Yeah. They'll bring it to this. Definitely.
Because we were in I think we were in Armadillo, and we were all in the general store looking at clothes and what have you. And this other gang just rolled in and were just killing everybody. And it felt like we were in a Wild West scene. Like we were hiding in the general store because we were under equipped. And there's people riding in, shooting people, hog-tying others, dragging them off up the street like behind the horse, stabbing people here and there. I thought it was the Salim Dream gang.
Wait.
But that was cool. That was a really cool, like just off the cuff, unscripted
moment
situation. But that was really good, really, really good. But just the grind to get money in this game is real too. Like I was reading some stats.
Oh, the currency and how it's not matching up.
No. Like obviously, baked beans are more expensive than like gold and platinum watches for one if you sell them. But also, they were saying it takes about 250 hours to get enough money to fully upgrade your rifle. Because you know how you can do the wood graining, the metals. It's going to take about 250 hours to do one gun as it stands today, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah. There's an actual Forbes article I think about someone who kind of analyzed the difference in things, that how much it costs, and then also the payout that you get from missions and doing certain like gang missions and everything like that. So they actually specified that they think that the currency and the economy of GTA Online is really unbalanced and inaccessible. Whether it was just for this beta or they're going to fix in the future, they're actually saying that it might actually be to like their detriment. They might turn people off it if they think things are unattainable, because that's what you want. That's what you did in GTA. You wanted to look fly, have the best horse.
I want to be pimping.
Yeah, like, I said pimp my horse the other day, and I realized how wrong that was.
But can I ask you this, right? Your pimping horse, if I put a bullet in it, would it be available?
Don't you dare
again?
do that to Steve Perry.
I'm just saying. Would it? Is there a way that you can get it back I know. In single
I'm pretty
player
certain.
can't.
Nothing bad happened to my horse or to either of my friends' horses. But I'm assuming like everything that I'm applying and thinking about Red Dead Online, I'm taking from GTA. So I'm assuming with that horse insurance, it's kind of like when you put an insurance on your car.
Horse insurance is only the description for horse insurance is only that if your horse becomes critically injured, that it will eventually slowly recover health.
I think the way it works, like for this horse, it costs 5 gold bars. I obviously have none of that to insure this new Regal steed, but 5 gold bars for the horse insurance on this Arabian. And from what I can understand, if the horse does die in real world, you can actually go back to that stable and it'll almost sort of refresh one in there, but you'll lose all your bonding and everything like that. So it'll go back to baseline horse and you've got to work your relationship again.
That's what I'm assuming. It's like GTA when you have like that insurance on that specific vehicle and you garage that vehicle. If your vehicle gets exploded or whatever, it will regenerate back at your garage / stable.
It takes so long to like get the bonding level up. I can just see people killing horses. Left, right, and centre.
Like, I got to say, last night on the horse bonds, Rach was in Armadillo with us, and Johnny Rando rolls in, kills her horse. She was devastated because this was like her dream horse, dead to rights. Then we're sort of walking around town. She sees him again, and she's already on. You know how you get the scrawny nag, the generic scrawny nag horse when you don't have your main horse around. Yeah. So she's sitting on this old beaten scrawny nag, sees Scotty Twitchlord or whatever the heck his name was, makes a beeline, jumps off the horse, and it's like a scene out of an old western. I just watch her run full pelt at this guy, and I'm sitting there on my horse just watching. She runs full pelt, gang tackles him, pulls out the knife, and then just stabs this guy to death about 30 times.
Yes!
And I was in stitches, because then afterwards, as you said, Ali, like this guy died. NATO and I run in, we've both got our knives, then we're both just shivering this dead body for about 30 seconds, all of us just stabbing
Kicking a dead
guy.
body is so much fun.
Yeah, so that was an experience. But on the horse thing again, Dream, I had my horse bonding up to level 4 so I can do the mad like handbrake turns.
Yeah, the drifting.
And we were riding as a posse, and I got in front of everybody, just drifted right in front, and then Rach just ran straight in the side of me, goes flying off her horse about 20 metres past us all. Horse is critically injured, Rach is critically injured, I'm critically injured, Benny's critically injured. It was just this horse pile up on this dusty road. It was so good.
We're playing this tonight. Tonight, for sure.
It's so good. It's so fun. Like, just roaming around being bandits. Like, we just need $100. We need $100 so we can buy a permanent 7-person posse. Because that's one thing. It's free for 1 through 4, but up to 7, you got to pay $100.
So here's what I'm thinking, though.
Oh, okay.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we have 2 posses, and we independently attack towns, or we attack each other. I'm up for either or.
I like that.
Yeah.
Posse TNA, let's go.
But now this game, I think, especially with the amount they're going to keep pumping into this with missions and other content and businesses, hopefully, and stuff like that, I think it's going to have some staying power, like GTA Online. I'm keen.
Oh, definitely. I had such a great experience with it, and there's clearly so much more stuff that they haven't, exposed us to yet. So it's, can't wait.
Yeah. One thing that does irk me a little bit is the sort of levels you need to be to buy something, even like a hat or a jacket or a
standard
vest.
GTA rules.
It's like, you got to be rank 60 to buy this fucking peasant bowler hat, and it's
standard
like, come
GTA
on
rules,
now, man.
No.
My guy.
Standard GTA rules.
I dress my guy like Freddie Mercury. Like,
I'm not wearing shoes again.
I'm not wearing a shirt, but I got a sick leather jacket on, and
I'm not wearing shoes.
I just can't wait to show you.
My friend
excited.
started walking around just wearing overalls and like no top or anything like that. He looked like a right royal bumpkin. It was great.
When you had to dress your guy or your girl, did you start off as well with the sort of default option as overalls, but like one arm? What was that about? That was a very weird default look to start with.
Yeah. I dropped that for the pants straight away.
Yeah.
I went with the workman jeans or whatever they were and a jacket, and I was looking pretty good. But yeah, the old one-arm overalls just weren't for me.
Oh, no.
But it's so good.
I like the suspenders and the black pants and a disgusting black top. wearing gloves and no shoes.
Styling.
Sexy.
All right. Well, let's ride out into the sunset tonight.
I'm looking forward.
Sounds
All right.
good.
All right. Quick bit of housekeeping before we dive into the news of this week. Obviously, youtube.com/We Are 8-Bit. There is an absolute bucket load of video content. There is even a new Half Informed covering off on the new Persona dancing game that has just released or is just about to release. So our boy Dash got the inside scoop on that one, as well as all our thoughts, feelings, opinions from PAX Australia with our sort of best in show, which might translate to some Game of the Year awards as well. Who knows? But also, while you're there checking out that kind of kit, be sure to rate, review, subscribe on the iTunes or the Apple Podcasts and Spotify. But we're also available wherever you find your podcasts. So show us some love, as well as all the other podcasts in the hashtag 8-Bit Collective. Onto some news.
This week's news headlines.
The first headline reads, the Game Awards will have more than 10 new game reveals. And this comes via way of Shannon Grixty at Press Start. And the article reads, the Game Awards are happening next Friday at 12:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And Jeff Keighley has begun teasing what sounds like it'll be a stunning show. It's been revealed that the show will have more than 10 brand new game announcements, as well as updates on existing titles. And here is a direct tweet from Jeff Keighley. We have such an incredible show coming together for next week. More than 10 new games will be announced for the first time during the hashtag Game Awards, plus updates on existing titles too. We'll share some teasers in the days to come. ... So, I ask you, hungry gamers, what do you predict is going to be debuted at this year's Games Awards?
The best rumor I heard was Borderlands.
Ooh.
Yeah? Borderlands 3?
Yeah, the new Borderlands. That's the best rumor I heard. And you know what? Cool. That's the one that would keep me happy. I don't really need anything else.
Yeah, well, obviously on that, they've got the sort of Borderlands VR edition, which is now a time PSVR exclusive for, I think, 6 months. So it would make sense now that they're in a bit of public eye to finally drop that third Borderlands, which would be fucking fantastic.
Can't wait. Really need it.
I'm going to say, and obviously seeing rumours and things like that too, is a new Dragon Age will finally be announced / unveiled. So the next BioWare title, that's where I'm putting my money.
Interesting. It's interesting that you brought up the core Pokemon game, because that's the first thing I thought of. I think when the announcement came last year, they said that there would be a new core Pokemon game in the works. That obviously Let's Go would come out this year. And then the idea would be that a core title might come out the year after. So I'm hoping maybe it's that. I doubt it, but it would be nice. I'm enjoying all the Pokemon stuff I'm seeing at the moment.
It's crazy, like 10 new games. So
when did this happen? When did the Game Awards become a time for announcements? Like, when did it become like a prime time event that, you know, that all these these game trailers are, you know, being released and announced? Like, when did that happen?
Did you see as well the Russo brothers are confirmed to present, so they're probably going to debut the Avengers 4 trailer at the Game Awards as well, which is pretty bananas.
Pumped.
Yeah, I just bought the latest Avengers film on the old Amazon Cyber Monday sales, 4K Blu-ray edition for $8.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's going to be good. Like Friday, lunchtime Friday, there's going to be a whole heap of new things getting shown and showcased. But I like that it's new game reveals. So this is things that I'm assuming we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Which is cool. So yeah, Borderlands, Pokemon, and Dragon Age. Let's do it. And then 7 other great titles too.
And maybe an Avengers trailer.
So on to some more somber news. The $300 Fallout 76 edition, which promised the fancy bag, delivers nylon trash instead. And this comes by way of Luke Plunkett at Kotaku. So, you know, something that we've been talking about here on the show the last couple of weeks. When I haven't been here, I like the shade that you threw at me last week when I couldn't defend myself. Dream, thanks for that.
I forget what I said. Remind me, what did I say?
The helmet.
Something about idiots or plebs that buy that $300 edition. Something like that. But
hey, looks like I'm kind of right.
Yeah, so and this completely slipped under my radar. So obviously the $300 edition got you the core game, obviously some other knickknacks, as well as the power armor helmet, and you also got a bag to put said helmet in. But in the initial sort of photos and imagery doing the rounds for this edition, it was a really nice canvas bag, pretty fancy, looked pretty good. But upon inspection, when we got these power armor editions, it was this trashy nylon bag. As I said, completely went over the top of my head. I just went, okay, cool bag, no worries, chuck it over there. But now the internet is up in arms, and Bethesda have turned around and said we are sorry, and via the way of the Fallout official Twitter account said, we understand and respect that there is disappointment with the bag in the Power Armor edition. We are sorry. Please contact Bethesda support to provide proof of your collector's edition purchase. They will assist in granting you your account 500 atoms. So that doesn't even buy you one of the new fancy fucking doors. How little.
What's the 500 atoms dollar value?
That roughly equates to about $9 Australian, thereabouts.
Which is what they've obviously priced their shitty bags at.
Yeah. One of the other things they said that they ran out of materials to make these bags. The costing to make them was too high.
No, that means then they acknowledge that they really intended to do it. I thought that they never intended. Holy crap.
And then furthermore, adding to this fire was there was an event that occurred over the last couple of days or so where they brought in a heap of influencers that play in the Fallout realm at a Greenbrier event, and they all got fucking canvas bags.
Oh,
yeah,
Bethesda.
They're different. They're different to the bags on the edition. Like the bags in the edition, like is a duffel bag, and this is like a nice backpack style, but they're made out of canvas. Bethesda, what the fuck?
Oh, Bethesda.
Wow.
What are you doing?
This is ridiculous. Like, my honest, when this first got announced and everyone said, hey, these aren't the canvas bags, I was like, maybe they never really promised canvas. Like, maybe it was just it looked like it was being implied and they never intended. But the fact that you just mentioned that they acknowledged it and said they ran out of material just means that they went, hopefully no one notices.
This is the
yeah.
This
My
is
bad.
The
Here's
stuff I live
$9
for.
of in-game currency.
Yeah.
You have a plant.
I love this stuff. I love this outrage. Really? It's so dumb. It's so dumb. But how do you do this as a company? It even makes me wonder, I'm no big city lawyer, but it's almost false advertising. If you're offering to sell an item and it's not part of what your customers have purchased, then all over the world it would be different, I'm sure. The laws that kind of govern false advertising and all that shit, and whether or not you can refund things and so on, but it's dodgy. That's dodgy as fuck.
Australia actually
and you've
has
done
some
it
pretty strict laws on that, I think.
Yeah, we do. You've done it as well to probably the most trigger happy group of people that could ever buy anything, which are gamers, collectors that fucking just get mad at dumb shit.
Yeah.
And that's
to
why
give
I
them
love
something legitimate to be angry about. Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't. Apparently, the angry fans have not stood down, so they're all.
Oh,
still
no
pursuing it
surprise.
Further. Yeah,
No surprise there. They'll be
they are
carrying
pursuing
this
it
to their
further.
grave. They'll
Exactly.
honestly, Bethesda will try and drop the next big Fallout game, and there'll be people who are "Ooh, fool me once, Bethesda, shame on you."
That's it.
Why are they southern?
I don't know. It's Fallout. I'm assuming everyone's a southern hick. I don't know. Maybe it's my Red Dead blood carrying across into my Bethesda life now. I don't know.
Do you play a character? Do you do a voice when you're playing Red Dead now?
I'm starting to develop a schizophrenic personality playing Red Dead. Because it's because
That escalated a lot
I'll just
quicker than I
be
expected.
sitting in my chair, and as my guy's running at someone with a knife, I'll just mutter to myself, get him, boy, get him.
Get him, Paul.
Oh, jeez.
Got that guy like a fish, Paul.
Stab, 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 between the ribs.
That's where the best meat is.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh my
Podcast
goodness, we
with
could
a
have some
bunch of
fun with
psychos.
that.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah, so it's interesting. Obviously, as you guys said, this is not going to go away quickly. There'll be people holding grudges on this when Fallout 12 releases in 2065.
Yeah.
My cat strangled itself on a nylon bag, but it would have been fine if it was canvas. God damn you, Bethesda!
The vet said the only thing that would save him is if I brought it to him in a nylon bag, no, in a canvas bag. But because it was nylon, the blood curdled underneath the cat and caused infection. This would never happen with canvas.
That's it. It's breathable, damn it.
Yeah.
Breathable.
There's a doctor
Yeah.
trying to save a man having a heart attack in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
I need a pen knife and a canvas bag. Oh no, all I got is my nylon bag.
Yeah. And you just see him like at the operating table, he slams his hand and he's like, God damn it, another nylon attack. What's going on out there in the world today?
Another suicide by strangling nylon. It's just a detective sipping coffee, his 5th coffee of the night.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on with this city?
What the fuck is going on with this segment?
Nylon! Oh my goodness. Okay, we could sort of play this out for quite a while, but we'll move on. The next article: Nintendo pulls plug on YouTube Creators Program. This comes via way of Brendan Sinclair at GamesIndustry.biz. So Nintendo has dropped its insistence on getting a share of advertising revenues generated by people who post videos about its games on YouTube. So the company today announced that it will end the Nintendo Creators Program, which saw YouTube content creators give over as much as 40% of a video's income if it featured Nintendo games. There's a whole heap more added to that if you want to sort of sit through and read some of the Nintendo's responses and talking about their new guidelines and what have you, but it's still insane to begin with. I remember seeing this a few years ago where they'd either demonetize your videos or, they'd say, hey, mate, we're taking a share of whatever revenue you get out of this because you're promoting our IP. And I get it to a degree, but to take up to nearly half of the revenue for showcasing their product to your audience seems a little bit tone deaf to me. But it's gone now. So huzzah, Nintendo.
Yeah, there's sort of two... There's a counter argument there. Do you remember that Dragon Cancer? And,
yes.
Yeah.
And that instance where the publisher the developer, this indie developer who made the game, made less money than the actual content creators that were showing it. So the counter argument is that that content creators obviously can, make a lot of money, and that whole content creation space can be, even in spite of it being quite oversaturated now, it's still quite lucrative. So when you're Nintendo, the argument doesn't quite make as much sense because they make a ton of money off of their games now. And I think this is a good thing that they're giving people more flexibility to create content with games. It is obvious that the more freedom you give content creators, probably the better off you are. People are quite creative with games. People do very creative things with games that developers don't even intend or imagine. And Pokemon's a good example of that. The Nuzlocke thing is world famous. And if you kind of give creators the ability to be more inventive with your games, then you're only doing them a service. But the money side, I think, is always where there'll be some contention.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why they get called influencers.
Sorry?
There's a reason why some content creators get called influencers. So I never understood why Nintendo really wanted to shoot themselves in the foot by really making it difficult for people to publish content of their games, all their different games. So it's you can't argue the fact that if someone plays it and then they upload a video, that has to generate more people buy the content, as long as you made a good game. If it's a shit game, then you're screwed. But yeah, that's good that they've pulled it.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest one. They're very, very protective of their IP and how they want it marketed and presented to the population and to society. So trying to muzzle as many people as they can that might have potentially negative opinions on the games is one of the main driving factors of why they would have done something like this. But yeah, it's hard to... When you've got a content creator and they're maybe towing a company line, they're going to be disingenuous. So, and their audience is usually pretty wise to that type of thing. So being able to take the shackles off like this is definitely a positive step.
Yeah.
Especially when they maybe showcase this new Pokemon core game at the Game Awards this Friday.
Not to mention all the Smash content is going to be coming out.
Smash. All right.
Get to Smash.
Get the Smash.
All right, the last bit of news. Rocksteady confirms it is not making a Superman game. No announcement for the Game Awards. And this is via way of IGN News. Rocksteady Studios, makers of the Batman Arkham Trilogy, has confirmed it isn't making a Superman game, and the studio won't be making an announcement about its upcoming project at the Game Awards next week. Revealed on Twitter, Rocksteady co-founder and game director Sefton Hill decided to let fans know ahead of time that the much-rumoured Superman game isn't what the studio has in production. So this has been churning for quite a while. There was massive expectations that Rocksteady were going to showcase a Superman game or announce a title potentially tied into that Superman universe at E3 this year. E3 came and gone. Rockstar did nothing. Now they're also doing nothing at the Game Awards. So, we now need to sit and throw darts to see what Rocksteady are up to. Because it makes sense to stay in that DC realm, to have that immediate brand recognition, but maybe they're stepping aside from it. Who knows? But we're not seeing it at the Game Awards.
To be honest, I'm not really aching for a Superman game, but that just could be my bias and not really caring about Superman in general.
Yeah, and it's hard, it's hard because he is pretty much indestructible. So it's like hard to add real layers of tension and sort of feeling like you could die or fail a mission type of thing outside of maybe saving citizens and you don't get there in a certain time frame. Like, because he is god tier, there's no real fear of failure there with the old Kal-El.
You could set it in a setting where there is a very, very low level of kryptonite in the whole area, and so his powers are scaled down.
No, but the kryptonite's that's bad against him.
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
want
yeah.
it like in
Yeah,
a
yeah, so
building.
that
full of
would-
it.
You have like
That
a
would
just
be-
like a little bit. You say it's underground, like deep under the map he's on, and that stops him from being like full power.
Oh, okay.
See what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe they like melt like kryptonite or whatever and then put it in some people's bloodstream. So maybe some people are a little bit stronger, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. They'd come up with something weird.
Oh yeah, they'll weave a story there.
Yeah.
But,
Well, no, they won't.
I
no one's.
well, yeah,
No one's
no
believing
one's
that
doing
story.
shit.
Apparently.
Yeah, well, it couldn't be any worse than the old Superman 64
I was
from
gonna
yesteryear.
say.
Yeah,
but
fuck.
If there's one
Yeah,
thing that
so-
apparently can stop Superman, it was that game.
all right, so that is the news that was. So we are going to bring back the extremely popular game show segment known as Who Am I?
Do you want to play a game?
There's going to be some cool sounds and theatrics tied behind this, all right? So bear with me. So what we're going to do is I've got a series of facts or notes about a video game character. Could be retro, could be modern and someone that's in our sort of sphere as of today. And they're going to give more information with each and every step. Ali or Dream here can jump in at any time and make a guess. If they do get it wrong, they have to wait another turn to have another crack. Dream, just a quick word of warning, no cheating and Googling. Keep your hands where we can see them because we want to make this a fun, fair game this time.
Hashtag Alex cheated.
I disagree with what you've implied there. I think last time it was fun. It just wasn't fair.
Okay.
So fun for who, Sam? Fun for who?
Fun for everyone.
Shout out to everyone that actually reached out and, said I was cheated. I appreciate your support.
Yeah.
Oh, you were robbed. You were robbed, Ali.
I was.
And it was great.
And I'll do it again.
All right. My hands are visible on camera to all.
Can confirm you are doing the Red Dead Online pose almost right now, so yes. All right. Contestants, are you ready?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, let's do it.
The first factoid. My first game was released in 2007.
2007. Interesting.
My appearance is rumored to be based upon Johnny Knoxville, Harrison Ford, and the various heroes of pulp magazines, television, and film. My second game was released in 2009.
Hold on. Let me just digest this. Johnny Knoxville, Harrison Ford, and who?
And various heroes of pulp-based magazines, television, and film.
You really made this ungoogleable.
My games are currently exclusive to one single platform.
Is it Uncharted?
I need a character, not a game. And
I was absolutely thinking Uncharted as well. Is it? Can I jump in?
I guess you can.
Is it Nathan Drake?
It is Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
Hashtag Ali was robbed.
You were robbed
guys
again.
can
You
have
were robbed
half a
again.
point.
Because I actually thought the first Uncharted was earlier than 2007.
I guess that's my fault, just thinking that it was not what is the game, as in who am I, as in it's a character. So that was on me, I guess.
Yeah. But you know what? You know what this means, Ali, is that I won again. Champ. 2-time champ. Who am I? Salim the Dream. Hands still where you can see them.
They are. That is true. Now giving the birds. Okay.
Asshole.
I'm going to rattle off some other facts here because I thought there were some interesting ones here.
Yeah.
I was originally on the shortlist to be a guest character in Street Fighter X Tekken.
That would have been like a great first one. Because that would have thrown me off the scent.
Well, I was going, I put it through as almost a timeline.
Yeah.
So maybe I need to jumble it a bit more.
Yeah.
2011 saw the release of my third game. My rival in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale was Sly Cooper. My games are known as action-adventure titles. I have an older brother named Sam. I have a daughter named Cassie. I have killed an absolute hell of a lot of people during my games. I was originally born as Nathan Morgan. And then the last one, a recent fan film based on my exploits, is one of the best video game adaptations in existence.
Yeah, right.
So Nathan Drake.
God damn it.
Not bad, not bad.
Why did I think it was a who am I game, not who am I character? That's on me. God damn it.
Yeah. So that was the second time round for Who Am I? A lot more of an even level playing field. Maybe I need to get more obscure with these points and drag it out a little bit longer. I don't know. What did you guys think? Do we need to sort of go more things to throw off the scent to begin with? Or does the timeline make more sense? I don't know.
Start hard, go easy. Like the hints, hardest hints first, easiest hints
No,
towards
keep
the
the
beginning.
timeline. It really actually has helped me both times.
Yeah. What about if you have a suggestion for a good Who Am I, write in.
Yeah, hello at 8bit.net. Drop me a direct message at Brendan8bit on the socials, or
and also
us as
CC me in.
blind carbon copy Miss Ali Hart in there as well. So maybe it'll come back next week. But yeah, so sort of some quick last sort of housekeeping and wrap up things before we start shifting on out of here. Next week, we are bringing back our annual Game of the Year awards. And then the last episode of 2018 will see us ending on a high note with our annual Festivus special, airing out our grievances both internally and externally into the gaming space as a whole. Anyone that has got some grievances, feel free to email them to us at hello@8bit.net or drop us a message on Twitter at weare8bit. You could write them in as text-based, or if you wanted to record some audio, send it through in a WAV or an MP3 and we can cut these bad boys into the episode as well. So that has been episode 131 of the Hunger Gamers podcast. Is there anything you two lovely individuals want to say before we ride on out in the sunset and go stab a lot of people in Red Dead Online?
Yeah, there is. This week, I got to join our good friends Cruzy and NATO on You Game Bro, their podcast. It was a lot of fun. Jack decided to show up half cut, which was...
I'd say more than half cut. He was the drunkest man in Melbourne. My goodness. It was fantastic.
It was pretty funny. So do go and check that out. You Game Bro ? It's like You Game Bro. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a nice little 2-hour banger. We got to talk about things like Pokemon. Jack Cruzy just bought a Switch. Talked a little bit about the AGPN and, of course, 8-Bit and the Hungry Gamers. So, yeah, go and give it a listen. Two fantastic guys who are very funny. And on a special night as well, because Jack was incredibly intoxicated.
Yeah, and you can watch the VOD, twitch.tv/YouGameBro podcast to watch that 2+ hour train wreck of a glorious episode in all its glory, in full HD, on the Twitch. So check it out. It really was a good episode. I literally got off the plane from Auckland and was watching it in the back of a maxi taxi on the way home in stitches. It was fantastic. So
Cool.
give it a spin. Miss Hart, you got anything you want to say before we get on out of here?
I just want to remind people that Festivus is grievances of the game industry, but it's also grievances of us. So go ham, people. Go ham.
Yeah, throw that shade. We have big umbrellas, so send it our way. Actually, that doesn't make sense, does
No,
it?
sunlight. People throwing
shit.
shade. We need to provide light.
Yes. We have a big sun orbiting our personal solar system. I don't fucking know. Just send some grievances our way. Maybe grief me right now for being a dick, trying to make something witty here and just completely bombing. But yeah, and anyone else that's listening that maybe want to roll out on the Red Dead Online, drop us a message. Maybe we can get this big 8-person posse riding out there and just run roughshod across the Wild West against all these cowpokes.
Yeah.
All right. Until next week, 8-Bit Nation, where we are back for our second last episode of 2018, the Game Awards recap and our own personal Game of the Year awards. Much love.
Stay canvassed.
Yeehaw!
You've been listening to The Hungry Gamers, one of many gaming and geek culture related podcasts from the 8-Bit Collective over on 8bit.net. Check out more episodes on your podcast service of choice. And while you're there, please be sure to rate and subscribe. Until next time, boys and girls, stay hungry.